Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In this week's edition, we recap select races from Saturday, September 7th and Sunday, September 8th. 20 races were contested over the two-day race carnival, which was named after the island's most successful and winningest jockey, Winston Phanagriphus OD. A Jockeys Championship was also contested over the 2 days, with 12 jockeys, including international jockey from Charlestown, Arnaldo Bochachica, participating in a 5-race competition with a combined prize money of US $6,000. We start our highlights at race number 5 from Saturday.
Michael Sims is ready for a start. They're off on racing. That's a beautiful line as the field now heads towards the 6 furlong point on the course. And it is easy peasy right there. On the outside, that's Loyal Action, rushing up Geolithic, and Geolithic mean business as they pass the 6. Settle back in fourth, about 3 lengths off that lead. That is Wow How, overtaken by California Gold. Then comes Huntsman as they pass the 5. Wayne's Princess comes next, and racing at the back of the field, that's Burning Valor. They head towards the 4, and it is Geolithic on that lead. Geolithic right there too, that is in rushing down on the outside of Geolithic, that's Loyal Action. Then comes Easy Peasy. Right there in fourth, that's California Gold. Here comes Huntsman hunting up a space. Also coming on to that's Wow How, and the trailing pair of racing at the back of the field, that is Burning Valor, and they're at the top of the lane, and it's Geolithic on that lead. Geolithic, here comes Huntsman out wide and coming forward. Burning Valor begins to find late footing along with Loyal Action. It is still making the runnings. Geolithic, Huntsman trying to get to Geolithic, coming to the half a furlong pole, and Huntsman finishing with purpose. Geolithic trying to hold off Huntsman. Geolithic in front. Huntsman trying to get to Geolithic, but Geolithic will last from Huntsman in second. Then comes Wow How back in fourth. That's Burning Valor.
So after the second Winston Griffiths OD Jockeys Challenge race, we have the standings now legal light in front on 13 points. Eros is next with 6 points, 5 points of Royal Dad. And then you have 11 points of King is Born. So King is Born is actually second. 6 points there for the Viceroy, 6 points for Distinctly Irish. So going on well so far. The second leg won by Paul Francis aboard Geolithic, and Geolithic, of course, the right choice, having been beaten by Fun Can Done earlier this season, beaten by Easy as ABC, and also beat by Ability. So clearly was a class horse there, and she basically took the field by the scruff of the neck within that 4 to 5, making most of the running. Huntsman ran a brave race to the second. Numbers I gave you 4, 1, 3, and 5. The race came back 4, 1, 6, and 2. So you got the exacta there, which returned 464. You got the Quinlan as well. The Quinlan Plus is a must, $318 in dividends.
They're off on racing, and 3 more. It does everything wrong. Ditches the rider as Sparkles is sent into an early lead as they pass the 7. Tracked on the outside by Uncaptured Empress. Mr. Senator comes next. Then comes Princess Talisi. Tiger Amidat going down. Also coming down on the inside. That's Sweet Victory. And racing at the back of the field, that's Superior. They go past the 4. They go past the 5 rather, and head towards the 4. And it is Sparkles and Uncaptured Empress. These two are hooked up on that lead. Sparkles goes on a half a length from Uncaptured Empress as leaving the 4. Then comes Mr. Senator. Tiger Amida. Sweet Victory is next. Then comes Princess Talisi, and laboring at the back of the field, that's Superior. They head passing the 4, and it is Sparkles, still just the leader from Uncaptured Empress, hounding all the time. Getting closer, that's Mr. Senator. Also coming on the inside, that is Dream Sweet Victory, rather. Tiger Amidat fading a bit there at the top of the lane. And here comes Mr. Senator looking dangerous on the inside. Sparkle still there with Arnoldo Boca Chica on the outside. It's Uncaptured Empress and Omar Walker. It's a very desperate finish as now Mr. Senator strikes the front. It's Mr. Senator in front with Tevin Foster trying to get to Mr. Senator. That Uncaptured Empress. Mr. Senator and terrific Tevin Foster goes on to win from Uncaptured Empress. Looks to be finishing third, that Sparkles. Then comes a Sweet Victory. Tiger Amidat back in fifth.
So Mr. Senator gets the job done on the cash out leg of the Reggae 6 and ensures a payout there of 16,837. So we got a winning Reggae 6 ticket today. So my ticket came in. Nice smooth going there in preparation for the mandatory payout tomorrow. And the jackpot now 8.158 million, all to be paid out on Sunday.
They're off and racing. D-Bay Machine slowest out of the gate as the field head towards the 6 furlong point on the course. And it is Bushfire eking out a lead going on about 2 or maybe 3 lengths in front. Rushing up on the inside, that's Tiffany Blue. Then comes the General racing in third. On the outside of the General, that's Solo Black. They're followed by the Soul Warrior. Then comes another Mission. 6 lengths away before we come to Valley of Love, and racing at the back of the field is D-Bay Machine. They head towards the 4 furlong point, and it is bouncing easily on that lead. Bushfire from Tiffany Blue. The General hustled up and asked for more. Solo Black is also on the improve. Then comes the Soul Warrior, also making good ground on the outside of the Soul Warrior. That's another Mission. 5 lengths away before we come to D-Bay Machine, recovering after that break, and racing at the back of the field, the Valley of Love. They come toward the top of the lane, and it is Bushfire kicking clear. Bushfire in front, about 5 lengths, and traveling nicely too. Tiffany Blue still chasing. The General has to find something extra and coming, switch down on the inside, but it's Bushfire still in front and keeping them at bay. The General trying to close along with Tiffany Blue. Bushfire turning them back, coming to the half a furlong pole, and Bushfire looks to have this one all won. It's Bushfire in front and traveling nicely. It's 2 on the day for terrific Tevin Foster. Bushfire goes on to win by maybe 6 lengths. Tiffany Blue second. Then comes the General running on for fourth. That's another Mission, and the Soul Warrior back in fifth. Five furlongs straight the trip. They're off on racing. Chocomo gets a good start on the far side. Right in the middle, Generational broke smartly, along with Sensational Move. And Sensational Move to stash his shoe to get that lead. Right on the near side, that's Freedom Street. Sensational Move, Generational, Chocomo cutting across in the middle of the track. Then comes on the far side, that is a Gift from Ben. Behind a Gift from Ben, that's Money Monster. Behind Money Monster, that is left out of it, and hopelessly left out of it at the moment, that is the 3 horse, that's Milos. They come toward the furlong and a half pole, and it is Sensational Move, just the leader. Chocomo trying to get into gear, also coming into that Freedom Street. It's Sensational Move still in front. Freedom Street chasing hard. It's Sensational Move going away from these. Freedom Street is fighting hard, but will only be second best as Sensational Move goes on to win by 4. Freedom Street is second. Running on for third, that's Taurus Boy. Back in fourth, Money Monster.
Fine win there by Sensational Move over the 1,000 meter straight distance in a very fast 57.2 after Swiss 22 flat, 45 flat, won by 4 lengths.
They're off and racing. Mrs. Linders gets a flyer from gate 7. and looks to be prompting the pace. Norblar is right there too. She's my friend. And over on the far side and tacking across, that Ultimate Machine has speed. Volatility has speed along the near rail, and Volatility is right up there. So it's Volatility, Norblar, Mrs. Linders, Rocket Lily, and Ultimate Machine. This is where the race lies at the moment. Volatility closest to us looks to just have the overall lead. From right there, Norblar right in the middle. Also coming on, posing already. Over on the far side, that's Mrs. Linders and Norblar running a big one. Volatility looks to still be in front, but narrowly. Here comes Norblar under a drive. Mrs. Linders is right there too. It's Mrs. Linders, Norblar, and Volatility. Volatility just the leader from Norblar coming up the middle. Norblar and Volatility. Norblar now hits the front under Robert Halidine, and he'll have 3 on the day. Norblar very tight for second though between Volatility and Mrs. Linders. Got even tighter for fourth between Baby Like, March and Shoot, and Princess Sylvia. Bang up finish, but the winner clearly Norblar.
We take a break now on the Caymanas Park Highlight Show, and when we return, we recap select races from the Sunday card on September 8th. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. We continue our recap at race 3 from the Sunday card.
Says the King is born. They're off and racing. Breaking smartly in the middle, that's Cherry Blossom. Design Diva is right there too. Towards the near side, that's Have a Joy and Himaya traveling together. Over on the far side, that's Undeclared War and Little Maggie. But Cherry Blossom in the middle, along with Himaya. These are the prominent ones right against the rail. That is Have a Joy. Right there too, that's Himaya. So Cherry Blossom, Himaya coming into the picture now as they leave coming out of the chute and come onto the racetrack. Cherry Blossom and Himaya and Cherry Blossom. This is where the race lies at the moment. Still under the fence and traveling well. That's Have a Joy, but it's Cherry Blossom still in front of Himaya. Also trying to come between horses now. Switch. That's Design Diva. Cherry Blossom still in front. Design Diva begins to come forward nicely. Cherry Blossom still in front. Design Diva over on the far side. Design Diva now hits the front from Cherry Blossom. Design Diva in front. Cherry Blossom trying to fight back. They're gone by together. It's very tight. Cherry Blossom or Design Diva. Then comes Himaya and Have a Joy. They're off and racing in the Royal Dad. Xylophonic Steel marginally misses it as Princess Ifia goes into an early lead. So Princess Ifia, Miss Linton going down into second. Then comes Bad Investment. Sky Rizzy is next. Cruising again right against the rail. Out wide, that's Xylophonic Steel as shuffling back is Sky Rizzy, and racing at the back of the field, Manny Slam. They head toward the 3, and it is Princess Ifia, a length and a half in front of Xylophonic Steel going down into second. Miss Linton racing along with Bad Investment in third and fourth. About 5 lengths before we come to cruising again. Sky Rizzy coming once again, and Manny Slam still at the back of the field. It's Princess Ifia still in front right against the rail. That's Bad Investment. Also coming on, Miss Linton. Watch on the outside. Here comes Xylophonic Steel. They're spread right across the track. 4 across the track. It's still making the runnings. Princess Ifia, Miss Linton coming through on the inside. Miss Linton marginally from Princess Ifia and Miss Linton, they're fighting bobbing heads. Princess Ifia coming back for more, also closing on the outside. That's a Bad Investment, but it got real tight. It could be either Princess Ifia or Miss Linton. Bad Investment looks to be third. Maybe Sky Rizzy back in fourth. They're off and racing. That's a beautiful line. As going for that lead, Awesome Line and Hit and Run. Those two hooked up on the lead. So Hit and Run, Awesome Line, Queen of Soul sandwiched in between horses, right against the rail. That is Lucy in the Sky. Also there, that's Immeasurable Joy. Then comes Sipping on Sunshine, Adira out wide. Then comes Princess Fiani, right there too at the back of the field. That's Battle Angel, and left out of it, that's Rack Them. They head towards the 3 furlong point, and it is Queen of Soul on that lead. It's Queen of Soul. Immeasurable Joy pressing home an attack on the outside. Adira is coming forward nicely too. Also coming forward, that's Sipping on Sunshine. Hooking reverse, that's Awesome Line. They're coming at the top of the lane, and it is Immeasurable Joy. Adira out wide, and Adira now looks to strike the front from Immeasurable Joy. Right there too is Queen of Soul. Adira, Queen of Soul, coming again on the inside, coming out wide. Battle Angel is beginning to fly on the outside, but it's Queen of Soul now that assumes the lead. From coming back also, it's Immeasurable Joy. It's Queen of Soul beginning to get away from them. It's Queen of Soul and beginning to pull away. It's Queen of Soul, and O'Neill Mullings will land the Viceroy. Queen of Soul got tight for second though. It looks like Immeasurable Joy, Adira. Then comes Battle Angel and Princess Fiani back in 5th. They're off and racing in the 4th running of the Winston Griffiths OD Classic, and it is Come Home to Me. That's Sense for that lead. Amma Racing back in 2nd, right against the rail, that's Allegiance. Then comes Brenda Boy in between horses, and on the outside, that's Provident. Then comes Rosetta tracking those. Followed through by King Pie rushing up against the rail, and Captain Sparrow is left at the back of the field. They head around the clubhouse turn, and it is Come Home to Me from Amma. Racing in 2nd. Allegiance is 3rd. Brenda Boy tracks them in 4th. Then come racing in 5th. That's Rosetta. King Pie comes next. Then comes racing back there with King Pie. That's racing with King Pie. That's Provident, and Captain Sparrow still racing at the back of the field. Come Home to Me on the back stretch, about 2 lengths in front of racing in 2nd, Ammo, right against the rail and creeping up as they pass the 5, that's Allegiance. Then comes Rosetta racing back there in 4th. Coming on the inside that of Rosetta, that is Brenda Boy. Then comes a King Pie. Provident comes next, and still racing at the back of the field as they pass the 4, that's Captain Sparrow. Come Home to Me is still keeping them at bay, about 2 lengths in front of Sent Down in 2nd, Allegiance. Amma backing out of it. Here comes Brenda Boy rushing up. Coming on the outside of that one, that looks to be Provident, but it is still Come Home to Me on a 2-length lead from racing in 2nd, Allegiance. Collegians now tried to get to Come Home to Me. Brenda Boy is running a big one back there in 3rd. Also coming on, that's Provident. It's still Come Home to Me, trying to take them pillar to post. Come Home to Me sprinting clear is about 4 lengths in front. Allegiance laboring back into 2nd. Come Home to Me begins to sprout wings, and Come Home to Me is begin to pull away, and it looks all one. Come Home to Me will win the Winston Fanner Griffiths OD Classic. Come Home to Me beats Allegiance. Then comes Brenda Boy back in 4th. That's Provident. They're off and racing, a clean start. The head cornerstone breaks swiftly on the inside. Rushing up there, that's Antarctica. So Antarctica and the head cornerstone out wide. Quaco rushing into it too. It's a mad scramble as they go around the clubhouse turn. Provocativa is right in the mix. Grecian Light is hustled up for more. There is the Grey Rainsville rushing down into it. Sistren Treasure on the outside. Then comes the Super Alex Spirit of Light, and racing at the back of the field, that is Power from Above. They head towards the 6 furlong point, and it is Antarctica on that lead, about 1.5 lengths in front of Provocativa. Quaco watches them from 3rd, right there in 4th, that's the head cornerstone. Then comes improving on the outside of the head cornerstone. Sonny T and Chippy watches them from about 5th or 6th. Right on the inside, that's Grecian Light as they pass the 5. Then comes the Super Alex, Sistrin Treasure, and Spirit of Light races at the back of the field. They approach the 4 furlong point, and it is Antarctica bowling along on a 2.5 length lead from Provocativa racing in second. Rushing down on the outside, that's the Grey Rainsville looking purposely. Also coming on, that is the head cornerstone. It is Antarctica, colored by the head cornerstone and Rainsville. It's the head cornerstone and Arnold Loboco Chica that points. Rainsville, though, is bearing down on the outside. It's the head cornerstone in front of Rainsville trying to come forward. The head cornerstone and the visiting Arnold Loboco Chica with that lead. It's the head cornerstone keeping them off, but Rainsville is determined right against the rail. The head cornerstone is still in front. Rainsville trying hard, but Arnold Loboco Chica is all over the head cornerstone, and he looks to be having his second win on the card. A very good ride from the visiting rider. Arnold Loboco Chica wins the Kenneth Mattis OD Memorial Cup ahead of Rainsville. Then comes Power from Above, Sistrin Treasure, and maybe Grecian Light back in 5th.
An exciting weekend comes to an end with international invitee Arnaldo Bocachica securing 2 wins on this Sunday card, and jockeys Paul Francis and O'Shane Nugent winning the 5-race Jockeys Championship competition and walking away with US $3,000 prize money each. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you next week.